Hello. Welcome back to Mik'd. Today is Friday, November 19th. Is Loosey Goosey Friday here at our home.
A little 130 tip.
A little 130 tip, a little pushback. I appreciate the patience. Me and Mom had a doctor's appointment for our baby. She's 35 weeks pregnant. Everything's great. Everything's good. Baby's growing. Heartbeat's strong.
How long are you going to do that part of it? Is it going to be like 12 months old, 14 months old, or is it going to be like a year?
I think the rule of thumb or the months go up to 2 years, but like
24 months old?
No, you say 2 years. Oh, how old is he? Oh, he's 18 months. But
A year and 6
I would
months.
say a year and a half.
Yeah.
That's just me. But
I bet you're going to get sucked into this. It's just baby culture.
I mean, before they're 1, I feel like it's all you can't do anything.
He's
He's 7 months and 17 days old.
Right.
It's 2 hours.
Half a year old.
Yeah. But anyway, that's why we had to push it back a little bit just so we could get back into the studio and get things rolling. Big show for you today. Loosey Goosey Friday. So we're going to talk everything. Look, we're going to talk some gambling. Hypothetically, if we were to make bets, I have $0 in my my FanDuel account. But hypothetically, if I had money and I wanted to bet, we'll talk about the bets that we like. Our track record is not great, so take that with a grain of salt. But we're going to talk football. We're going to talk college football playoff. We're going to talk a little bit about NFL game last night because that was pretty nuts. We don't talk a bunch about NFL, but that last night's game was pretty crazy.
Rigged.
Lloyd thinks it's rigged. We're also going to talk a little bit about LSU. Obviously, the portal is getting closer and closer. Obviously, the Frank Wilson news has been talked about a lot. But I'll talk a little bit more about that, some different angles on that. There's been some pictures surfacing from bowl practice with Lane Kiffin saying next to Frank Wilson. I think that's important for a bunch of different reasons that we're going to get into throughout the course of the show. But we got a lot to talk about. Like I said, our show, a little sprint of a show, joined by producer and co-host Lloyd Courtney with the great Louisiana shirt. Is it Louisiana Animals? No, it's Louisiana.
Yeah, but it's
Louisiana Legends. Louisiana Legends. Speaking of, Tyron's show is
popping off.
He's doing well. Joined by Lloyd. Joined also by our 2-time national champion, 1-time football, 1-time baseball, first-round draft pick from the Chicago White Sox, media pundit for SEC Network, our co-host and friend, Jared Mitchell. Welcome, Jared.
Good afternoon, boys.
Good afternoon.
How you living today?
Oh, we're living, dude. We're feeling good. Weather's nice today. Then it's going to get hot.
Weather's beautiful here today.
We're going to have a hot Christmas. Don't love that.
Don't love that.
Also, Christmas, I love everything about Christmas except the traffic within a week and a half of Christmas because now people are like out of school. People are coming in town, either visiting their families or whatever. Last minute Christmas shopping. Most people probably take off the week of Christmas, like whatever, if they're working. And so you got Christmas shopping everywhere. I mean, if you go look at, I put Waze in my phone everywhere because I want to see if there's where there's traffic or whatever. Everywhere's red. It's miserable.
Looks like campaign.
It's miserable.
I live right next to the mall.
Yeah.
And so going from Perkins to Bluebonnet, it's about a 45-minute journey to even get to sniff the interstate, which also isn't great, Bob.
No, it sucks.
But who does this anymore? You just can't get everything on the internet?
Well, there's some shipping delays around this time. If you wait this long, at this point, it's hard to order.
Do you even care about the person?
It's hard to order it and get it in time. And then you can here's the biggest scam of Christmas shopping. You order stuff online, and you say, okay, this is based off of holiday time,
yeah, sure.
Right? There may be some delays, but you can get overnight shipping. So spend a little bit more for overnight shipping or 2-day expedited shipping. Never is expedited.
No.
You pay for it.
You don't ever get it.
But you never get it. So at that point, it's more work to even call back and say, hey, no. I had this expedited. It didn't work out. Give me my money back. What's $20? Is that worth $20?
No.
So
I don't buy
that's the scam. That's the scam of Christmas. Is that? That's the only negative part. But yeah, that's why you go to the mall because you can't order last minute and you got to go try to find something in the mall, which is a zoo.
I would.
You also do get they hit you with the same day. Like, hey, if I pick this up, order this at this time, pick it up on the same day, I'm good to go. And then all of a sudden, it's never ready. May or not. This may or may not have happened to me recently. Never ready. And then you get that 10 o'clock email. Hey, what you ordered is out of so we won't have to give you your money back. Well, what happened all day? I ordered it already. What are you talking about?
Yeah, like you didn't tell me it was out of stock when I ordered it. What happened? Did I order it and then you just sold some more before I?
You said you sold it off when it was already sold.
Yeah, it's a scam. It's a scam.
You get a lot of that going on.
There's also a lot of scammers out there to try to steal your money. I got almost ran off the road a few years ago by these two dudes in a truck that were saying that they had accidentally bought 2 projector TV screens, and they got them for $3,500, but they'll sell it to me for $2,000. They had the box and everything, and I'm like to the point where I had to pull over because I thought something was wrong. Like they were waving me down, and they rolled the window down, and I was like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, we're just trying to get rid of it. I was like, why don't you just no? I don't want it. Get out of here. And I left, right? And then my wife, I think I'm gonna out myself, but I think I'm not like
gullible.
This actually worked out in our favor. I don't think
He's
that
definitely gullible. By
I don't think that I'm at fault here. I don't think I can get in trouble for this. So Allie, we have a stroller for a child, and everybody had recommended, hey, there's this other stroller that's a lot lighter that you probably should get because it's easier to travel with. All right.
How much are strollers?
Well, a good stroller is very expensive, over $1,000.
Oh.
The one that we got retails at $720. The second one, the what?
Oh.
So she's on Facebook Marketplace, and she sees this as brand new, still tags on it, everything, and they're selling it for $360. So then
hell of a deal.
So she's nervous. She's thinking oh, this is like a tragic situation. Like maybe she had all these new things for her child, and
something happened.
Something happened. So she's like, Mikey, I don't feel bad, but it's a great deal. Can you go get it? Sure. I'm in New Orleans already for work. I said, where is it? She says, it's Harvey, Louisiana. I said, okay.
Okay.
So I drive to Harvey, Louisiana, and I'm going out there, and I'm like, I put the address in, and I just put the address, and I don't check it on Google Maps yet. Then I check it on Google Maps, and it's a sketchy apartment complex. I said, Allie, I don't think it's a real deal. She didn't pay anything yet.
Okay.
So she wasn't paying till I had it in my hand. So I was like, that made me feel a little bit better. So then she reached out to the lady, and she's like, no, I'm at the neighborhood Walmart. Makes me feel better. Public place, whatever. We get there, and when I tell you this is still in the wrapper, and she is telling Allie, I have a lot of other new stuff too to sell. And I'm thinking to myself, if she's trying to get rid of this and it's never been used, still in the wrapper, why would you not just go back and say, hey, this is worth $650?
Go get my money back.
Why are you taking half off? I get it. Works perfectly. Make sure there is no AirTag connected to it for them to track me. Because your iPhone.
Is the serial number still on?
Yep. Your iPhone still tracks it, right? If there's an AirTag,
so they can come get you later.
But there's no. So I put it in my car. It works out. We go. I call Allie. I said 99.9% chance that is stolen.
Yeah.
Well, they probably got a shipping container with all this new stuff, and they're stuck. That's the only reasonable explanation for brand new. But you know what? We got a brand new store for half off.
Yeah, and she.
I can't get in trouble. I had no idea it was stolen.
Yeah,
you know
just putting the clues together.
I don't know if it works that way, but I
have no idea. No idea it was stolen or not.
No,
but I got it.
You got a good deal.
I bought it, spent money, didn't know. Yeah.
See, when I worked at...
Wow, you get a lot of that during Christmas, but this one worked out in our favor.
Yeah.
So
when I worked at Richards, a lot of that was going... It wasn't strollers.
What's Richards? Oh.
Sporting goods.
Yeah.
I am persona non grata there. As my story, as I quit on the day before Black Friday. They were depending on me. They're top salesmen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because you're gonna sell something when they're already coming in to buy it. So.
Right, and you don't get commission, so you're not really. All I did was hit it in the golf simulator all day, and they would have to come by probably 5 or 6 times and say, "Stop doing that. You're working." I was like, "There's nobody here."
Right.
So I'm just making sure the simulator works,
right.
Keeping it. I don't want it to reset or have to stand by.
Right.
But people just walk in and steal, and as an employee there, you don't care. You don't get a ribbon.
Right.
I don't care.
You're
Take it.
hero.
Even get out the door.
If they gave you a ribbon, would you have done something different for the ribbon?
If they had put
if they gave you a raise every time you stop somebody from stealing something,
brother,
I didn't say a raise. I said a ribbon, an actual ribbon.
I would do one. I'd like one ribbon, or I'd put them all on the wall. I would be like, I'm the guy.
Did they have him?
Yeah.
Oklahoma.
Oh, there we go. He's back.
Hey, he's back.
Oklahoma
Listen, I have $0 in my FanDuel account, so I'll take it.
Oklahoma big.
Oklahoma big? See, I disagree with you.
I agree. I disagree.
Look at this.
Oh,
Look at everybody that's just walking in here.
I disagree.
We're live.
Hey, I say take Ole Miss and everything you got. Put your whole house on.
Over 17.5.
Over 17.5. Yep.
I like that. Okay. I like Alabama.
Why do you say Ole Miss? It feels like they're out.
Lock of the week.
See that now? I definitely don't like that. Lock of the week was thrown out.
I don't like that. I'll use the L word.
See that?
All right.
Cash your tickets. Call in the morning.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Go opposite of Oklahoma.
I'm going Alabama big.
How much did Oklahoma beat us by?
Oklahoma should have lost. That's my big point. LSU should have lost. I mean, Oklahoma should have lost to LSU.
So should Alabama.
Yeah.
All I'm saying. By the way, you play poker? We're about to play some.
Well, I'm on.
Bring cards in here.
What are we doing? Loosey Goosey Friday.
Yeah, that's what it's
This
all
is
about.
great.
You alive?
This
Yeah.
is all about.
Good. Oklahoma big.
Cast of characters just showed up. That was
Absolutely.
great.
It's Friday.
Yeah.
It's holiday.
I
Everybody's
don't like
a little
Oklahoma.
sharpier.
Which we'll get. Let's get into that. Good segue.
Yeah, sure.
Good segue. College football playoff starts tonight.
You had a point about this game that you don't think or don't like the matchup.
Yeah. So okay, and I'm not saying this needs to be a rule, and I don't know how you would do this. I just don't like rematches from the season in the first round of the playoffs. Right.
Two new teams play.
Right. I want to see, and it doesn't matter if it's the same conference or not. Like Alabama didn't play at A&M this year, so like that would have been a better matchup for me than LSU having to. I mean, I wish LSU was
That would be a
playing.
great matchup. But
Then Alabama playing Oklahoma again, right? I know you can't really do that because at that point now, I mean, I guess you can. It's up to the committee to make the rankings, and so, but if you put Alabama way behind Oklahoma or two spots behind Oklahoma, everybody's gonna be up in arms, and then everybody's gonna be like, oh, you're definitely doing that because of the matchups, and then it messes them up for the next round games and all that kind of stuff. But Alabama's playing Oklahoma again.
They have played 3 times in 13 months.
And Oklahoma has won
2 of them.
2 of the 3.
This is the 3rd game in 13 months that they've played.
Yeah, so they're 2-0 in the last 2 games. This is the 3rd game, which kind of leads me to pick Alabama. I watched both teams play, like Alabama, LSU. That is what it is. It's always a rivalry. It's always a different. I say always. Alabama blew our doors off last year, but these games always tend to kind of get a little funky sometimes. And LSU played really well. They ultimately didn't win that game. Had a chance to win that game, but that's before everything happened. That's before the firing. That's before all this kind of stuff.
That was Frank's first.
That was Frank's first game. You're right.
Yeah.
That was right after
Interim
the
bump.
interim bump. That's right. It was right after the firing. It was the interim bump. LSU is still kind of hey, if something crazy happens and you win out, you're still in the playoffs. Maybe in the playoffs type of thing.
Right.
3 losses, probably not, but 3 losses you have a chance. And so they play them tight. I'll give them, okay. Well then Oklahoma, everything had fallen to shit. Your season's over. You haven't hired a new coach yet. You don't know what's going on, and you go to Oklahoma, who's fighting for their playoff lives, and Oklahoma plays terrible at home. LSU plays terrible. And almost beats Oklahoma. Should have beaten Oklahoma if they were just at all competent offensively.
Right.
Did not. And so all of that kind of makes me lean towards Alabama winning this game. I think Alabama is favored by 1.5 unless the line's moved.
It has. The line opened with Alabama favored by 1.5 points. In the last 24 hours, the point total has shifted a total of 3 points in the opposite direction. Now Oklahoma being favored by 1.5 points.
Wow.
A lot of action.
That's a lot of action. That's a lot of action.
Mateer must have been healthy.
But that
Been
still doesn't change my opinion. I still like Alabama. What do y'all like?
When I sit on it, man, and I got really think about it, it really is the 3 times in a 13-month span where if you think back to last year, it was a big upset by Alabama losing to Oklahoma when they did, and then they lost to them again this year. And I think about like down the stretch, and you see one offense that's been leaking oil, which has been the Alabama offense needing to get healthy, and then you see the other offense, which has pretty much been anemic, right? And you're like, man, it's hard for me to give that, and I know I get it. Oklahoma's going to get the home game, so they kind of get that situation that favors them, and they're going to get probably their best pass rush, maybe their best defensive player in R. Mason Thomas coming back as well. So like those things they have in their favor, but it's the 3 times in 13 months where both of those times the underdog has won. It is so hard for me to think that this is going to be another loss. And look, I'll tell you this on the other side of it too. I don't know where those players sit in terms of liking or loving or not liking or not loving to play for DeBoer, but I can promise you one thing. If this is a loss for Alabama in any way, form, or fashion, it is at an all-time high of noise. Because listen, at the end of the day, if you want to look back at it in a vacuum and say 1 playoff appearance, 2 4-loss seasons, no SEC championships, I believe, actually. Yeah, I believe, right? No, they lost last year in the SEC championship, right?
Yeah, they lost this year in the SEC championship.
No SEC championship, no national championships, 2 4-season losses. You 3 times to Oklahoma in a 13-month span. The noise will be at an incredibly high level, and it may actually be the exit for Kalen DeBoer, which I don't think is going to happen because I think they're going to win this ball game.
Yeah.
So for me, it is hard for me to see a world where they lose this game, and I think they pull this game out, especially if they can get anything going on the offensive side of the ball in the run game. The only way I could see this truly happening, like truly happening, is if somehow you get that, like that beginning of the season return to form material. And if he's not throwing it that way, then he's at least making huge plays in the run game, and maybe not even like the scheduled run game, but in the run game himself. And I feel like down the stretch, when the throwing wasn't where it needed to be, he almost kind of tried to play a little bit of hero ball, tried to do a lot himself, and it has not worked out for him.
Right.
So when I look at him, that's what I see in this thing, and I just feel like somehow, some way, Alabama takes this game.
Yeah, look, it's gonna be Oklahoma's defense is good, right? Very good. That's obvious. That's been there all year. You knew you were getting that whenever what's his name, head coach from Clemson,
Venables.
When Brent Venables became the head coach at Oklahoma, you knew they were gonna have a good defense. Their defense has been great.
Sign stealer.
Listen, I'm good with it. Whatever. Steal the signs if you can.
If you get them, use
change
them.
up the signs if you don't want them stolen. But their offense, like you said, has been anemic, has not been good. Alabama, on the other hand, their defense has been good. Their offense was good. Last 4 games, Ty Simpson has not been the Ty Simpson that we saw early in the season. Same thing, right? You have that little break, the new season. You see, maybe Mik'd gets back to form. Maybe this little break is good for Ty Simpson to get him back to form because for a stretch in the middle of the season, he was the best quarterback in the country.
Yeah, Heisman.
He was a Heisman winner.
And then
the last 4 games happened, and it wasn't good. And
in the first 4 games, it was John Mateer was going to win the Heisman.
Correct. And then Mateer hurt his
broke his hand, broke his thumb,
had surgery. Thumb was never back to the same. So I think it's going to be a good game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout one way or the other, but I do think Alabama wins. Look, they've been there, they've been around it. DeBoer has been in a national championship game. It's hard for me to think they're going to lose 3 times in just over a year to Oklahoma.
If Jared, to your point, I do agree that the noise would get very loud around DeBoer.
This NC State's quarterback, is he playing? The C.J. Bailey guy?
I don't know. Probably
that was
not.
the guy that
everybody wants.
Kuhn wants.
Yeah, good player.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
That is him. So we'll watch. But what was I saying? Oh, if Alabama does lose, and they haven't really come back to earth since the Nick Saban era, as you're now in the pot with everybody else and you can win or lose every game that you play in the SEC. And certainly bowl games or SEC championships, it's no longer a foregone conclusion that you should just be head and shoulders better than everybody else. Do you think the noise gets loud enough to where it goes, well, Michigan still hasn't hired anybody? And then the cycle starts again for as loud as it was.
Even though DeBoer came out and said he's not going anywhere, he's happy at Alabama. I'll tell you what, you're not going to be happy at Alabama if you lose this game, and they are doing what Alabama fans are going to do. And that's...
burn the jersey.
Yes. Like, for sale signs in your front yard.
Saban, come save us.
Yeah, like the whole deal. He thought there was pressure after they lost to Florida State.
Lose to Oklahoma 3 times.
Yeah. Right.
I'll say this. No. I'll say this. I think the noise gets a whole lot louder. I think ultimately, at the end of the day, the decision still doesn't happen, and he stays at Alabama.
Yeah.
A couple reasons why. I just don't think so. At the end of the day, they're filling the seats, but they're not actually paying the salary of the coach. Those 2 things are both important, right? Because I do think that you kick off the season next year, whether it's DeBoer or somebody else, that place is still going to be packed. That fan base still wants what they want. And it hasn't been bad. You got to remember, 4 lost seasons in both. 1 year in the SEC championship, the other year in the playoffs. So, it's not like you've been irrelevant, even with those 4 losses. And extra losses have come after that 12-game expiration, if you will, which is the regular season. So that's a little jaded as well. The second part of it is I don't think the front office, I don't think the administration at Alabama would sit here and say, we expected exactly what Saban was doing. We would love to have kept that train going. We know that's not easy. Do we think that this guy can get there? Yeah, that's why they hired him. But did they expect him to do it in 1 year, maybe in even 2 years, when the portal and NIL has only just up and to the right? Like, it's only gotten worse, right? It's only gotten harder to be able to have roster retention, to be able to get the talent you want in. And if you're not paying the absolute top dollar, you are going to be struggling in terms of being able to grab the guys that you truly, truly want. Right? And we know the guys that Alabama wants and that Alabama's used to getting. So that's the second part of it. The third part of it is, if you are Kalen DeBoer and you don't go and do well, how different is your career route in terms of getting to a spot like Alabama than someone like Brian Kelly at this point? Because if you go to Michigan and you don't do well, you basically pushed yourself out of these big jobs, or at least for a while.
Right.
Because the perception of it will be, you really ran away from Alabama. Okay, cool. You went to Michigan. You're from kind of the area. You know that. You know what it's like to be a Michigan man. Don't go do well there.
Yeah.
Who's going to want that at that point?
Well,
because we saw you succeed until you got to those big spots, and you ran from one, and you wouldn't be good in the next one.
Right.
So those are the two things that I'm not sure he's willing to go out on. Even if this may be a dream job, it could be a dream killer if it doesn't go right. So you put all those three things together, and I just don't think it'll happen. And I guess lastly, just to kind of go back on point two, when I talk about the administration at Alabama, you had Bear Bryant there, and you did all those things. And then for 20 years, you was chasing the next Bear Bryant. And you finally got one. But how many times did you turn over till you found it?
Right.
How many times did you do that? And I think no program wants to be in a spot where they're just churning and turning over leadership. It is hard to have a stable building if that's how you're doing it. I get it. 4 losses both seasons, but let's not act like there was zero success there. I just don't think all those things will turn into he's out the building.
Correct. And a fourth part of that is the mess that's happening at Michigan, right? All the pressure you have at Alabama, everything you said, I agree with. Everything that you're doing at Alabama, hey, there's a lot of pressure. We're not winning. The expectations are high. All that stuff's great. Hey, let me go up to Michigan and try that. You're inheriting a shit situation at Michigan if you take that job. I mean, they are being investigated. There may be sanctions. You don't know what's coming down the pipeline for Michigan. You have a lot of drama around the program, even before Sharon Moore got the job, right? You had Harbaugh had all their deal, then they left, and Moore gets there, and then all of a sudden all this is happening. And so it's just, do you really want to leave a situation because it got hard to go to a situation that is very uncertain? I don't think that you want to do that.
And you might be out of a quarterback in that spot too.
Correct.
Like, do you want to? And look, I get it. You might, if this run goes correct at Alabama, you may be out of this quarterback that you got, but you at least got Russell on the bench. You got one there that you can go forward with that I think they feel pretty good about, right?
Yeah.
You go to Michigan, there's no guarantees that Bryce Underwood is staying there. Right. We already saw him kind of messing around and following LSU again. There's only 2 programs he follows.
Yeah.
Right. So where is that? Like there is so much that's not. It's a bad situation if you go there and it doesn't work, and it may be career death in terms of getting these highest of profile jobs.
Correct. Lloyd, what do you think about the game? I didn't get your opinion on it, did we? Oklahoma,
Alabama. My brain just said, I still have this problem that I look at Alabama and I look up the matchup and I look at the name brand and I think Alabama beats Oklahoma.
Right.
But considering we have past history, I don't know if this should be the standalone game because I don't know. I think it'll be tightly contested, but I don't know how much you're going to get of a product on the field that's like, damn, these are 2 national championship worthy teams, and it's the only game on Friday night that you can watch, as opposed to, like, I think when you look at the bracket, there's probably 2 teams, 3 teams maybe that could win the national championship. I don't think it's either Alabama or Oklahoma, but I guess it depends on what.
Do you think A&M's one of those teams?
No. I do think they win. I think they beat Miami. I don't understand that because it's in the morning.
Do you think Oregon is one of those teams?
Yeah, who are your 2 or 3 teams that could win it? Who are those teams?
Obviously, Georgia, Ohio State,
and
I think Indiana.
I'm interested in Indiana, Texas Tech. Whoever the winner of that one is.
See, I think Indiana beats Texas Tech.
Yeah, Texas Tech was fun to watch. So my first time really putting eyes on them.
I think Texas Tech's good.
And they have a really good. Their defense is salty,
and
they
so
went out
is
and
Indiana's,
paid,
which surprised me.
Right,
and
they went out and paid
defense
for those. But it's a good matchup because you don't see SEC versus a Big 12 yet. And that's what I think a lot of people will point to whenever it happens is the conference is just that much better. And they beat up on each other all year.
Look, I think there's more than 2 or 3 teams. I think there's probably 4 legitimate teams that can win the whole thing. But, I mean, we've seen throughout the course of this year, I mean, anybody can beat anybody on any given night. And that's just the way it feels, which is going to make these playoffs interesting. Hopefully, that they're all pretty tightly contested, entertaining games. I think there's going to be 2 games this weekend that are not highly contested and that are blowouts. And 2 group of 5 teams playing.
Oregon just gets a break.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you go to,
like Ole Miss is playing Tulane. I think Ole Miss is gonna have a good showing. I do think that.
Is that a family comment or is that a in between the years comment?
No, it's both.
that was good. Solid answer.
It's a both
lot
comment.
of confidence.
I obviously
There's a long before that. I believe that.
obviously I have some family tie to that, but I do think that Tulane. I mean, I do think that Ole Miss is going to go out there because look, all the coaching stuff aside, I mean, these kids have played their ass off and they've been playing really well, and they're going to want to go out there and have a good showing, whether they're at Ole Miss next year or not. I think they're just more talented. I think they're going to end up winning that game.
Do you think it is?
I was about to say, I'm with you on that one. I don't know how much further it'll go for Ole Miss after this ball game, but I do think they get it done. I guess the big question is the style or the nature that it gets done. Like, how big of a loss is it that you don't have Lane Kiffin on the sideline doing this thing, and how big can you build that? Like, that's pretty much where I want to see if it goes, but I do think they get it done.
Correct. Yes, Lloyd, you're about to say something?
Do you think it is better, closer than it was the first time? Another matchup that we've already seen this year.
I think Ole Miss covers 17.5.
Okay. It was 45-10.
Yeah, I mean, that's 35 points. I don't know if they're going to win by 35 points. According to Nick Saban, he went back and watched the film. He said that game was closer than 45-10. He said Tulane moved the football on Ole Miss. They just couldn't stop Ole Miss's offense, and obviously it just kind of got away from them. But I don't know how much closer 45-10 can look.
It's a good loss. A good 45-10
I don't know how
loss.
I don't know how that can look on.
I mean, Ole Miss.
I'm not questioning the GOAT, but
no, but scoring plays. Ole Miss scored in 2 minutes and 37 seconds, 8 plays, 75 yards. First drive of the game. Then they get a 15 play drive for 70 yards, kick a field goal, get the ball back again. 7 plays, 34 yards for a field goal. And then in the second quarter with 6 minutes left, Tulane finally finds some points and makes it 13-3. So not as far away as you think. And then it becomes touchdown, field goal, touchdown, touchdown.
Yeah. And that's, look.
I don't think they're going to be able to score the same way that they did with Lane. Like, you have to take into account his play calling. Like,
yeah, because Charlie Weis Jr. was not calling plays, right?
No.
Lane's calling the plays.
Right, and that's where they needed somebody on offense that had a semblance of an idea of what they were trying to do. Like, I know the players over here.
Yeah.
Instead of you'd have GAs running practice. So that's where they had to go get the staff back, because they probably got to practice or started to talk about the game. We're like, who the fuck knows anything here?
Right.
Nobody.
Right.
Like Pete Golding's defense. That'll be Ole Miss's defense. But when you look around the room, we're like, who's going to help us run the offense? Like, we have to make another call.
Yeah, it's gonna be something to watch. But I do think I think the talent's gonna take over, and I think the talent.
What do you want to see for, like, an Ole Miss performance? What do you think bodes better for LSU? That they
I don't think it
swings both ways.
Honestly, I don't think it matters for, like, LSU. You can look at Ole Miss, and it's not gonna matter one way or the other for LSU, right? Like, it's really not. It's not going to change my perception on anything. Why? What do you think?
I'm thinking about it if you're from Ole Miss's perspective, if you go out and you don't win 45-10, and if it's 17-13,
they're going to panic.
Exactly. And then if they lose, God forbid, it'll be this Twitter debacle that Ole Miss is putting. The show will not.
It's going to be more about affecting Ole Miss than affecting LSU.
Right. I think because then if they do go out and win 45-10, LSU goes, well, look at the staff that they got. That's our staff. And so it's a win that way. And if they lose, it's, well, you didn't have your head guy and LSU does. So either way, you're good.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's more of I think the question is, how is this going to affect Ole Miss more than LSU? Because LSU's looking at, I think LSU, it's a win-win no matter what happens.
Whatever happens, you still got both.
Yeah.
That's why I truly just didn't understand what Ole Miss was doing in terms of saying, "Oh, Lane, you can't coach," and then now, okay, well, Lane still can't coach, but we want all of these assistants to come back, because I think that effect with everything that y'all just said is exactly where it was. Where before I was like, well, I don't know. Listen, at the end of the day, I would rather bet on myself. So I understand the thought process of high stakes. Let me gamble and say we don't need you. We'll do it instead. But if it doesn't go good, what are you really telling everybody on that team? And what are you really telling all of the younger kids who are more impressionable that are looking at you not do well, right? That's the two things I thought. And then now that you brought the coaches back, even though Lane's not there, but these are coaches that are all going to be back at LSU, well, I feel like LSU's good either way, right? And if it's, like, at the end of the day, if it goes terribly, you still sit here and say, well, Lane was calling plays. We good. Them dudes just learning. They gotta grow under Lane. If it goes great, you're like, oh, we're in a great spot. And then the kids at Ole Miss are like, so if it wasn't just Lane and all the coaches did this and they helped as well, well, when we done, they leaving. What we still doing here in terms of the offensive guys, for sure, right? And so those are the kind of things where I'm like, for Ole Miss, going into this, I completely understand. Like, there was a part of saving phase. There was a part of being the scorn, the broken up with girlfriend and or boyfriend where you're not happy about stuff. But to me, I thought they should have approached it in terms of what's more important, taking care of now or taking care of the future. Sometimes it's really hard to take care of the future if you don't take care of now. And you have an opportunity to do something in your program history that hadn't been done since the 60s. I thought they should have taken that opportunity to give themselves the best chance to win and do that. They chose not to.
Yep.
Right? Is what it is. So I before this was announced that these coaches were allowed to go back and coach this bowl game and or through the playoffs, I thought, big gamble. I still think LSU's a huge winner out of this whole thing.
I agree. And look, I hope Ole Miss is fine, but I don't think what the results of their game is gonna affect anything negatively for LSU. I think it's all about how it's gonna affect the perception of their fans. But I do think Ole Miss takes care of business and then goes to Georgia in the Sugar Bowl the next weekend. And
it's about that.
Yeah, I don't think the way Georgia's playing right now, it feels like Georgia figured out what Georgia football was again, and they look good. And in the SEC championship game. So, look, I think JMU is going to get beat by 40 points against Oregon. I think it's about as much as Oregon wants to win by. I think that they're going to win.
You name it. And if you don't think that,
and then the Miami A&M game will be a little interesting.
I mean, Georgia has the bye, correct?
Yes.
This is still audio of Kirby Smart at practice.
I love this.
And it feels like they are playing tonight.
I love this.
And how they're getting ready how Kirby at least is getting ready for the game.
That shit's embarrassing, coach. You got two wideouts over here, and they don't know what the fuck's going on, Al. Just hold the hands up.
I think it's wild that he's on the mic.
It's fucking embarrassing, man. How big can we a fucking ball? Not a fucking ball. Cannot complete one fucking ball. Not one ball to a receiver. Not one.
I absolutely love that, and it's even more wild that he's literally screaming through. Like, he's not doing this without the mic. Like, everybody around the town is hearing that.
Yeah, that man's in the parking lot.
Yeah. No, he's in traffic.
Yeah.
He's in traffic, and it's on the mic. I love it.
And I don't think it's performative.
No.
But that's what you get with old Herb. I mean, that's what you... I'm sure Alabama hears that, and they go, oh, that reminds me of somebody.
Well, there's a reason why they've been successful, the way they've been successful.
Yeah, get one fucking ball all day. Not one wide receiver.
Not one wide receiver.
Damn, shit. Okay. Fuck, coach.
Damn, you're right. We gotta make sure the boys right for the bowl game. We ain't just waltzing in there thinking it's about to just get handed to you.
No, I love that. I love that. You know what else I love? All the all the pictures that are surfacing about LSU's bowl preparation, because new head coach Lane Kiffin, obviously Frank Wilson, it's been announced he's going to go to Ole Miss. He will not be here, but he's going to continue to coach through the bowl game as the interim head coach. And the big worry from a lot of people on the recruiting front is, man, if they leave on bad terms, Frank could make some calls to New Orleans and to all of his connections and talk about how bad of terms they've left on, and how bullshit it is that Lane Kiffin what he did, and shut LSU out in a sense. I don't think it would be completely shut out, but it would make it more difficult for LSU to try to get in there because of the relationships that Frank has built. But seeing a picture like this, obviously we don't know what they've been. There's no words. There's no. It's just a picture of them standing next to each other. But it's very cordial. It looks like it's very respectful. Obviously, Lane Kiffin quote tweeted this and talked about respect and how much he respects Frank. And I think this is huge for LSU moving forward because it shows. All right, listen, this is the situation. They're not leaving on bad terms. Frank's trying to get. We talked about this on Wednesday. Frank's taking an opportunity that better fits what he wants, and no hard feelings. And let's just move on. And this shows me that that's what happens. And then combine that with Lane Kiffin quote tweeting all of the articles and tweets about Coach Bryce Brown at the car being, having like a 62-5, whatever the outrageous record is, going undefeated.
128-17.
Yeah, 128-17. He quote tweets that. He talks about how he's the GOAT, he's a legend, and showing him a ton of love. To me, that says, man, the relationship seems like it's just, we're worried about recruiting in New Orleans because of relationships. It seems like Lane understands how important that is, and he's doing his best to say, hey, listen, I got it. I'm behind you. I'm going to support you as much as I can because you earned it, and you deserve it, and also you're a factory, and I don't want to be locked out of the factory.
I'd like to know that.
This seems like his best attempt to, it's a relay race being ran, and it's stick, pass the baton, go ahead and give me that. Let me kind of just usher this thing forward and the new regime forward, if you will.
Yeah, no, I love that. I think all of that is positive signs for LSU.
He retweeted that tweet that Tyrann Mathieu retweeted.
Right.
So he's on the right track.
Yeah.
And I'm sure then everybody's going to go, we'll hire
Tyrann
Mathieu.
And here's the other thing. For as much as it felt like Brian Kelly was disconnected with LSU, and as much as it felt like he did not understand Louisiana, he didn't understand relationships, it feels the exact opposite for Lane Kiffin. It feels like he understands the situation. He understands the culture down here. He understands relationships and what it means to have those types of relationships here. And that's evident by the way he is tweeting and the way he's interacting with a lot of the local coaches here.
If he's working the way it seems like he's working, if he's doing the things it seems like he's doing, I think we're going to find out really quickly what LSU can be. And it's going to make you look back at the Brian Kelly and be like, dude, you just didn't really try. Did you? You didn't really care.
No.
This thing's actually built running, and all you had to do was hop on and pedal. And you thought it was already rolling. Like, you didn't even pedal.
Who's going to pedal for me? Look, we built you the bike. We got you the seat. Handlebars are on there.
That's what it feels like. So I think if the things that he's doing right now, if he's able to keep that steam, which it feels like that's why he took this job. That's why he took this opportunity, because it's gonna give him. And I get it, man. He's not in it for himself, but there is a bit of selfishness in terms of what he understands that he can do and the lives he can impact, and maybe the way he can have an impact on the community and change things. It's like, if I do this right, it could be legendary.
Yeah.
Especially at a place like this.
Yeah. No doubt.
I don't know if this is a barometer of success, but I think we're all kind of taking to Lane Kiffin and his social media presence and what he's doing, showing that he's very much involved with LSU, and this is the way the man operates. Brian Kelly tweeted 11 times since the football season started. All retweets. Lane Kiffin, obviously, has probably tweeted 11 times today.
Right.
But it's all LSU related and not Brian Kelly related.
Or community related.
Right.
Right? Like, hey.
Getting it.
Yeah, like, hey, I'm going to do these yoga classes, or I'm doing this. I'm taking, like.
You know where he is.
It's all, like, he's out there. And he's making his name out there, and he's putting out. And look, it's all great. And I think that's a great thing, especially the nowadays new age college football and college sports.
I'm unfollowing this man.
But at the same time, it's great now. If it struggles, it's going to turn, right? People are going to be like, oh, my God, he needs to get off of Twitter and stop tweeting. Of course, that's the way it works. But what it looks like and what it seems like is he understands the culture here. He understands the assignment. Hey, this is what you need to do. You've got to embrace yourself with the community.
I'll also say this too. I don't think the thing is about what he does on social media. I think it's gotten to a point to where it hasn't picked up and it hasn't slacked off.
Right.
So
That's him.
So my point is I don't even think it's at a point now where people look at it as like, hey, maybe you should slow down if the success isn't there. It's like, no. This is what he does, and this is what he does when it's successful as well. So I don't know if that's something you could point at and say, hey, do less. Do less there. Why? The crumbs in the background says that's what he's always done. And even at his height, when he was the most successful, this is what he was doing. So it's kind of like one of those things where I think you would look at a lot more things than his social media activity if it all goes wrong right now.
Yeah, agreed. But it's a positive sign. There's not a lot to talk. There's not a lot of positivity going through LSU outside of the head coaching job from the season, and this is a good start, right? It's given a lot of energy to the fan base, and it makes watching the bowl game a lot more interesting because, look, a lot of these guys may not be here next year, but a lot of these guys will be here next year, and there's gonna be a lot of younger guys playing, get opportunities, and I'm interested to see that. So I like the way Layden's been going about it. And, look, you watch his Instagram posts or his Twitter, and, like, he's everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, right now, he just took a picture of his nephew on the Tiger at freaking U Club.
Yeah.
Like, he's just
He
everywhere.
doesn't golf, does he?
He's everywhere. I don't know if he golfs.
I know Cookie does.
Who's Cookie?
His brother's kid.
Like, the youngest one?
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably why he's there at the golf course. But
because that's been a big point of contention.
Well, and everybody's going to get upset about, like, oh, look, he's got a golf membership as one of his perks. Every single coach gets a golf membership here. That's just part of the perks, right? Whether they utilize it themselves or their family utilizes it, that's part of the deal. That's just a perk. That's not anything new. I would imagine that he does not play golf, and if he does, it's play golf a lot. And if he does, it's very it's in the off season, or if it's like when they're not not after they just lost.
When all the other
points.
coaches are playing golf.
Yeah, right.
It's not 95 rounds.
And it's okay for somebody to have other hobbies outside of.
Is it?
It is, as long as you're doing your job when you need to do your job, right? Like, as long as the job comes first and you have some extra free time, like, nobody's gonna watch film 24 hours a day,
right?
You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna be able to do that.
You can do yoga.
He spends his free time tweeting. I don't think there's much time where you could golf and tweet and do all that stuff at the same time. So I think we're pretty safe on his how many rounds of golf he's playing a week and or a month or year or whatever. Yeah. I think we're pretty safe there.
Yeah, but so to answer your question, I don't know if he plays, but you said his son plays. I mean, his nephew plays. So
yeah,
that's probably where that's at.
They threw a golf ball at him.
You know what's sad? It's like I keep having to check. I forget when LSU's bowl game is. That's how checked out. But
when is it?
The 27th.
There we go. What time?
I don't know that.
It's a night.
It's a night game.
Yeah.
Late, night game.
Late. I think it's like 8:15.
They're underdogs.
Sure.
At Houston, against Houston. They are. They're the dogs.
what? I don't even know who's playing. But you have Picarillo taking snaps.
You're going to have your starting quarterback. The quarterback room that you have is not going to be. You're not going to have that quarterback room next year. Like, not one of those guys that are technically
maybe
quarterbacks.
Van Buren. He said he wants to stay.
Yeah, of course he wants to stay, but I don't think Lane's going to keep him. And if he keeps him, I believe he's probably going to be a third. I mean, Lane does look like quarterback competition, so he's not shy of. I mean, he brought Walker transferred in, big time recruit, big time transfer at the time. They bring in the fifth-year senior from Oklahoma State to transfer to Oklahoma, and then
to Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, and then you have Jackson Dart, all in the same.
You got
team.
to come back.
Who you got to come back? So, he's not afraid of competition. He's not afraid of having a lot of high-profile guys there, and he's going to play the best guy. That's been evident. And maybe Van Buren does stay and adds a third leg to the quarterback competition. But I can't imagine. You don't think he's like? Do you think he's helping
Frank
with the offense right now?
When I see this picture, there's only one thing I wish is the play sheet was in the other hand.
Yeah, but like, do you think like he's like, hey, y'all should do this. This is how y'all should do it.
I think coaches can't help themselves.
Right?
Don't you think, like, if you put what?
I don't at all.
Oh, okay.
I don't at all. Like, I think he's answering questions if he's sitting in on these meetings and how they're going about stuff, and or even on the field. But I mean, think about it, man. Like, if I'm putting my staff together, but I didn't choose you, or you didn't stay on my staff.
Right.
It's hard for me to believe that he's running the meetings or saying that this is how that and this is how this should go. If anything, he's sitting there kind of intaking what's going on, maybe learning about the roster and who's there and what's going on there, and then being a fly on the wall. Like I'm here to intake information at this point.
Yeah.
Right. No, I agree with that.
Yeah, I that's probably more likely, but I would like to think that, if you're sitting on the, what do you think about this? Like, wow, what I did was, maybe this play.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'll flip it to you the same way. If guys are asking him that and they've either gotten the job or didn't get the job, if you're asking me this and you got the job, why are you asking me this at this point? Like, you should be able to run this and do your thing. If you didn't get the job, why are you asking that anyway? Because you're going to work somewhere else as it is. Right. So I'm not saying it's like it's a contentious situation. I just think the guys that are on staff are doing the job, and they're probably not asking a guy that either didn't employ them or has already employed them in that situation. Because if he's sitting in as the overseer, he probably wants to know you can run these things without having to shoot that back and forth.
Right.
Yeah, it's more observation than coaching.
Yeah,
it's like, all right, let's see what these guys.
And
like.
that's
I'd love to see what Trey Does Green looks like in real life.
Right, and that's what we talked about, right? Like this is a big part of his transition to LSU is, and a big part for these young guys who are still here, because you have a 2.5 week audition before the bowl game for your new coach, right? So he gets to see how they operate. He gets to see them practice. Watching them in the game is one thing. Watching them practice is a whole different thing.
Yep.
I think you get a lot more from watching them practice than watching them in the game. And so he gets the opportunity to see what he's got, and I think that's why we talked about how important it was to hire a coach before all this stuff happened, because you give him an opportunity to go and see what he's got. And obviously it's recruiting, the portal, and
you should be watching this game that we're watching right now. CJ Bailey. Yes, sir. Take me.
Yeah.
A little hospital ball. That's okay. CJ Bailey is 32 minutes ago, opening drive 2 for 2 for 45 yards, 2 rushes, 21 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, he's good. He's a freshman, isn't he?
He's a redshirt freshman, I believe.
Is he?
In check. But he's definitely not draft eligible.
No, I think he's a freshman. Yeah, redshirt freshman or freshman. I think he's a freshman.
Sophomore.
Never mind, I was wrong.
Played last year.
Sophomore.
Because that would be for all that's been said about Bryce Underwood, it's like, well, he's a freshman. Should really be in that offense is not conducive to help you. That mugshot dropped. The real one. Very cry.
Wait, what?
Sad eyes. Rashawn Moore.
What about? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Sad. But
Sad.
We talked about Lane Kiffin, and if he's always going to be like this, here's him. Baseball game after the Tennessee game.
At OleMissTix.com, here with our first pick comes Lane Kiffin.
Is he in full uni?
No.
The pants look like they're...
No baseball. I'm throwing the golf ball out.
I love that. I love that. That was Ole Miss Tennessee?
That was just after the Tennessee when he got hit with the golf ball.
Yeah, but they weren't playing Tennessee
I don't think so.
baseball.
I don't
Okay.
know.
That'd
I think it'd be
awesome.
more packed than that.
Yeah, I mean, he knows everything that's going on.
Yeah, he's very aware.
He's very aware of what's happening, and he's going to troll anybody he can troll. It's going to be exciting.
Ole Miss very excited. Pete Golding leading into the history of the program, bringing back the old Navy uniforms with the gray pants. We're back to tradition around here. No more powder blues, no real tree. It's just an Ole Miss ball.
Okay.
And Archie Manning was at practice.
Okay, fine. I have no problem with that. I mean,
Did you hear?
of it.
Have you heard Archie's Patreon? Cameo. He was on Cameo, where you can pay to get.
Yeah,
a
I know what
message.
Cameo is, but
Yeah, I didn't know Archie was doing that, but he did have a certain one about.
I used to get asked to be on Cameo.
Did you do it?
I never did it.
I would love to do that. Nobody wants to hear from
I
me,
never
but
did
that
it.
would be so much fun. But Archie Manning, I didn't know he was hurting like this for. I don't think he needs money, but I don't know why.
I mean, I don't think you do this because you need money.
That's why
Some people
do
do,
it.
but like, I mean, for him, it's probably like, oh, this is easy money. Like, I don't need the money, but it's like if someone's gonna pay me however much to go send a video, that takes a little effort.
I don't think he's doing much.
Yeah.
You know, he's very retired. But here he is, and you never know what they ask, but here's Archie.
Hey Richard, Archie Manning here. Now I know what big Rebel fans you, David, and Scott are, and I want to also thank you for being a big fan of mine. As you know, the Rebels had a great year. I think we're going to do great in the playoffs without our narcissist jerk coach. I sure hope so. Here's a New Year's blessing to the Don of the Kelly family. Hotty toddy.
Guess they weren't the biggest fans of.
The narcissist.
That's great.
I think most successful coaches are probably a little narcissistic.
Yeah,
That's crazy work right there.
it's wild. And so everybody's mad at him.
That's fine.
Well, yeah.
The Ole Miss Twitter is unhinged.
They're insane.
They're just
seeing red. And
Yeah,
here's
it's
Archie. And as you say that, of course, this gets, here's Archie at practice. Very cool.
Hey, is there any truth that the players actually did vote in favor of
I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't.
Is that true?
I have not
I've always seen it on Twitter.
confirmed that.
Which I don't like.
Yeah.
So that I can't. It's hard to run.
Nobody's really talked about it.
Right. Because it'd be something they probably don't want out.
Right.
Considering they didn't get what they wanted.
Right.
But, and then everybody, of course, quote tweeted these pictures. It's like, oh, Archie hasn't been around in 4 years. Look what happens whenever you fire Lane Kiffin. It's like, I don't think you fired him. But
Yeah,
it's interesting.
Look, great.
I feel bad for him because if this would, I get it. If Nick Saban had gone to Ole Miss in
Nick
2004,
if Nick Saban had gone to Alabama and not gone to the NFL first, we'd feel the same way.
yeah, we'd be like, been here. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to crash out for a year or
Right.
two or
Right.
three. Even with an NFL bubble, you got a gap year. Still, we treated that man with disdain. We were like, "Oh, you motherfucker! You should
Yeah,
be
but
doing
it
this
wasn't
at
his
LSU."
fault. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, this was more
This
directly
isn't Lane's fault.
No.
Take a better job.
But it was just more of like, hey, it's between one or the other. This wasn't between LSU and
Right.
Alabama. LSU didn't have an opening.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I get why they're upset because it's, oh, you really did delete. You think that place is better? Now we hate it and we hate you.
Sometimes you just got to get through it. You know,
I don't
you
think
gotta-
they
you
will.
should
They're not
just-
going to do great with
You just
this.
got to go through it. All right,
They lose that playoff game.
we got 4 games.
I hope they lose.
I
I love
don't.
Pete.
I
He's a
don't.
nice guy.
I
Seems
don't.
like it.
I hope they win. But 4
But
games.
that
give
would
me
be
us. Give me
insane.
the picks for the 4 games.
Run the game, start them. Who
So,
you going with?
first game, Alabama, Oklahoma. Alabama they are 1.5 point dogs at Oklahoma. Over under that game is 40.5. Went back up a point.
40.5, huh?
As the over under.
I'm going to go over, and I'm going to take Alabama. I just think this will be a better offensive performance out of both teams. Not that I'm sitting here saying it's going to be prolific or anything. I just think that they both got a little bit more healthy. I think they both got time to actually put the game plans in on what they want to do with a healthy squad. I got Alabama win this one. Like I said, 3 times in 13 months, you've lost the first 2, both as both as favorites. It's hard for me to believe they lose another one in this situation, even on the road in a playoff situation.
Yeah, I like Alabama too.
Are they 2:30?
They
Oh, I
are.
was thinking Ole Miss. I'm sorry. I was
No, they're a night game tonight.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there's the matchups. Why do you think there's so much smoke around this A&M Miami game? I think A&M has been relatively good.
They have been, but I think it's because everybody looks at Miami's roster and they say, "Oh, they're one of the most talented rosters in college football," based off of what people are saying,
They're just telling us.
right? Like that's what
Yeah.
whoever they are, that's what they're saying. But they're playing at A&M, and A&M has been as good as anybody.
Yeah.
Now, I guess A&M's schedule hasn't been super difficult, right?
They still played in the SEC.
Yeah, I mean, they still had, they played what? UTSA, Utah State, Notre Dame. Okay, at Notre Dame. They beat Notre Dame. Auburn, Mississippi State, Florida, at Arkansas, at LSU, at Missouri, South Carolina, at Texas. And they lost to Texas. So,
Barely. They beat South Carolina by 1.
yeah.
Beat Arkansas by 3. Beat Auburn by 6.
Right.
So, yeah, I could see.
So I think that's what people are looking at.
And then lost to Texas in their last game.
Yeah. I think that's what people are looking at. I still think they're good.
Yeah.
But they're also, Miami also hadn't played anybody, and they've left 2 losses. But, I think they're looking at it, and they're still looking at the talent and say, well, Miami is good, should be better than they have been. I like A&M in that game, though. Now, the spread's -3. I'll take it. I'll take the 3 points. I like A&M -3.
Oh, I think this is the money liner.
Over under 47.5. I think I like the over. Yeah.
Give me over and give me A&M in this one as well. Look, I think the best ball game of the 4 this weekend will be the Oklahoma and Alabama game. I think this game has the most riding on it. I truly do. Like, don't get me wrong, you got a former SEC quarterback in Carson Beck, who Georgia didn't think was good enough to pay what he was asking, so they shipped him out of town. Miami takes him. Miami's got all of this supposed to be defensive and offensive talent and NFL-type players. If they come over here in the A&M game and either get blown out or get manhandled or look like they just don't belong in that game and it's not a very good game, what does that say about the ACC? Because remember, Miami didn't win the ACC, nor were they even in the ACC championship because of how they have their stuff set up. What does that say about that conference going forward if they were to get beat or manhandled or beat bad in this game? I think this game has the most riding on it in terms of what it does in the full scape of college football. But I think the Oklahoma and Alabama game will be the best game. But give me A&M in this game.
Okay. Lloyd?
A&M.
You like the over?
Mm-hmm. I like both because everything that you laid out, I think it'll be one of these back and forth affairs where the points maybe get out a little bit out of hand, but it's going to be tightly contested, and then I think it's going to be more points than defense. But I've been wrong all year.
So have I. Other game, Tulane Ole Miss. We talked about this earlier.
Give me Tulane.
Tulane plus 17.5. You like Tulane plus 17.5?
Too much going on over there.
I like Ole Miss.
And not.
I'm not sniffing the over/under 57.5. I don't want to touch that.
Yeah, but this is not to make light of the situation. Summerall, was it John Summerall?
Yep.
Father passed away. Today.
Oh wow.
And so I think playing a little bit, heavy heart.
Yep.
But also, these things tend to happen and tend to lead to
good
bigger
things.
and better things.
Yeah. I say good things, but
good things for motivational things. Yeah,
a motivated team.
So I thought
I would take Ole Miss in this one. I think this one actually sits probably right around that 17 and a half.
I do too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really think this is the one. If you're putting money on this one, you will sweat this thing out until that thing hits zero, double zero, triple zero, whatever zero you're looking at.
Yep, I agree with that. James Madison at Oregon. Spread is 20.5. Over under is 45.5. I like Oregon. I'd bet an alternate line of like minus 30.
That's how you let it go. That's what Wyatt did, our social media guy. He's like, I took it at like minus 38.
Yeah, I mean that's probably a little high.
Yeah, but he cranked it up.
I like Oregon by 3 touchdowns.
Boat race.
Yep.
Yeah.
Over
under.
Which head? All of it.
I mean, over 45.5. They may score that themselves.
Yeah.
And no disrespect, Jamie. I just
don't see it.
You got a big travel to get all the way across the country to play one of the top teams in the country.
And you're not very good.
And you got Dan Lanning, Dan Lanning's not going to allow Oregon to.
Well, he's not going to take it off.
No.
And put it on your throat.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yep, that's it.
I hope it's not though. I hope JMU wins. I mean, that would be be bad for college football, but it'd be great for the day.
Yeah.
Because if they do
bad for Dan Lanning.
If they get throttled, like 42-10, I would imagine that has very much an impact on what they do with the college football playoff next year. It's like, we're not doing this again. Absolutely. We're changing the rules. But if they win, it's like, well, look, this is why we do it.
Yep, absolutely.
Like, what's one upset that's happened? Is it Boise State, Oklahoma? Is that the one that everybody still points to?
That's the most famous and most recent one you could point to. And I think if we remember back, too, at that time, I think Boise State was pretty highly ranked, too, when they got that opportunity.
They're in the Fiesta Bowl.
Right. Like, it wasn't an unranked Boise State. And I'm not saying that JMU's unranked. I'm just saying, like, I think that they had gotten to a spot where they were pretty highly ranked, and JMU's going to be ranked 12th going in because they got this. But, like, it wasn't the same situation.
Yeah, right. And, I mean, I guess you're talking about a group of 5 teams, right? Like, because
App State, Michigan.
Because, I mean, that's a long time ago. I think was Cincinnati in the group of 5 whenever Cincinnati was good a few years ago when they were in the playoffs.
With Brian Kelly?
No, this is after Brian Kelly. This is recent. This when they
got smacked, though, huh?
They had both cornerbacks. You had Kobe
Desmond
Bryant,
Ridder.
And you had Desmond Ridder, and you had, Sauce Gardner.
Yeah.
Did they get smacked?
I thought so. They lost one game that year. Or no, they lost one game with the Brian Kelly team that he left for Notre Dame during their. Maybe this is when the the villain arc for Brian Kelly started. It's when he left Cincinnati when they were undefeated to go.
So was it
coach Notre Dame.
21? When did Cincinnati? Because I don't know. What was the 2021 playoff? They weren't in the playoffs, though, right?
No.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I don't think there's really been a group of 5 team that's been.
Oh, the CFP semifinal.
They were right. Yeah.
27-6.
Who'd they lose to?
Alabama.
Okay.
Desmond Ridder were 17 of 32 for 140 yards.
Yep.
That changes things.
Yeah. So that I can't think of another group of 5 team. I mean, you have some teams that are in Power 4 conferences that probably shouldn't, like TCU. The year TCU made it all the way, they got absolutely destroyed by Georgia.
Who's that quarter? Where is he? Max something.
I have no idea.
He almost died on the
Was
football
it
field.
Duggar? No,
Yeah,
Duggan?
something like that.
Duggan,
He was a war hero.
I forgot.
But yeah, they're never close.
Yeah.
TCU was as close as you can, like you got to.
But they were still a Power 4 team.
Yeah, it's a Big 12 team.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I think it's not gonna. I think there's gonna be some major changes to the playoffs with the
After
group
this game.
group of 5 teams, no doubt. All right, no parlay because we're over and it's the postseason, and if we can't win with a bunch of games, then how are we gonna win?
No,
with 4
we'll
games?
put one together really quick. Look,
I'm
let's
gonna put
go.
one together.
Alabama, A&M.
Alabama spread, A&M over.
Yep.
Alabama
Oregon
spread,
over.
A&M over, and I would go. Actually, I'd go.
Take Ole Miss money line.
Yeah.
No, I'd go Alabama spread, A&M over, and Oregon spread, 20.5.
And Ole Miss, Tulane.
Are you gonna put all 4 in there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ole Miss, Tulane.
17.5.
I'll take the 17.5. Maybe buy it down to. Actually,
We get
18
17.
doesn't really matter. It's like 17, 18. You know.
Yeah.
If it was like 16 or 17, I'd buy it down to 16.5. You can win by 17.
Yeah, if you're betting Ole Miss, you would buy the half a point to get it to 17 so you could push.
Yeah.
If they let you.
If they'll let you.
All right.
If I had to make a-
There's 4-0 right there. We did it.
If I had to make a bet on that one, I think I would take I would take Ole Miss 17.5.
17.
Yeah, but if they let you buy it down.
If they let you buy it down.
If not, I'd still take it 17.5, and then I'd lose it 17 and be the last. That would be so bad.
And then that would be 3-1 with a half-point loss.
Yeah,
Or you go 4-0.
yeah.
Technically,
Actually, 3-0. It would be 3-0 because if you push, you just don't get that one just
right,
taken
that'd
out.
be great.
Yeah.
3-0-1.
All right, you got a mistake of the day?
I do have a mistake of the day. Well,
Oh, what? Huh?
I wouldn't consider it a mistake. It might be my curtain call.
What? How does that work?
Uh-oh. You know how these go.
Never liked this.
Uh-oh.
I have my curtain call. The mistake of the day is tough because it's a murder.
Oh.
The top MIT fusion scientist whose work will change human history was found shot dead in a suburban Boston home, and I've got a lot of questions.
I saw a headline of that. Didn't look into it. I know you've probably gone down the rabbit hole a little bit.
I have, and this is very, very sketchy. To me, I don't...
You think it was a hit?
Yes.
Because
Well, then I heard a
he
theory.
found some things that were...
He had too much power.
Yeah.
This is changing the way that energy would rule the world, and he was the one man that kind of figured it out and cracked the code. And there's people that have said this could be the murderer, the man that committed the crime, is from the future, and it was stopping something that maybe the world wasn't ready for. Like, they've seen this happen, and it would change time. Or it's a government hit, because right after this happened, Trump's media company bought $6 billion worth of MIT stock in the company that he was working for. Very interesting. So I just don't know what happened. I'd like to have seen this play out, though. New energy.
What was he creating? What kind of new energy?
Nuclear fission.
Oh, that's not a new thing.
No, but he figured out how to
right. Like that's
contain
because
it.
they said nuclear energy is the best, cleanest energy of any energy that they're trying to create, like green energy,
Right.
solar energy. All like nuclear energy is supposedly like the
It's
best
thing.
but it's the most dangerous.
And he was the one that was calming
Was
it.
able to like
Put it in a box.
yeah, wow.
So it's just, we won't talk. I mean, we'll never know. It'll
never
go
know.
away.
Just
But
another conspiracy theory.
I love this one, though.
I know you do.
It's not over yet.
So what is
We
this?
know.
Mistake of the day?
Yeah, because I wanted to see the energy.
Okay.
And Trump media merges with nuclear fusion firm and $6 billion deal. That just feels like if they did it, it's probably wait a day before you go buy the company.
Yeah.
And now it's just suspicious.
Yeah, I haven't done any research.
They haven't either. They were not going to tell us.
I read a headline.
Was it 4th century?
Was it 4th century?
No, they won't answer any questions. They won't tell us anything.
Wow.
So
Sketchy.
it smells bad.
Yeah. Okay.
But I
Curtain
do have a
call.
curtain call.
Thank
That
you.
is much more fun.
Thank you.
I just want to keep everybody's antennas up.
That's very nice of you.
Yep.
Very
I'll
kind.
monitor the situation, and if I go, I'm not suicidal. You have to say that. So whenever I do die, and I was.
Oh, Chris
I got-
Phillips. Chris Phillips on his yoga tour right now in Oxford.
He's doing what Lane's doing. He's trying to.
He
flee.
asked, and Lane said you go 4-3-2.
I saw that.
And he went to it. He just took a picture of it. Did the same thing.
Did he bring
I do like a good hot yoga session.
Me too.
I say
it's
that.
hard. You bring a golf ball. You do it Lane's way.
What?
Have you heard that?
No.
Oh, Lane would go. He brought Theo Vaughn with. Theo Vaughn is a college football guy, I guess. Podcaster, comedian.
I know who Theo Vaughn
Yep.
is.
But he did a hot yoga session with Lane Kiffin, and he was like, he would get up in the middle of class, start doing like jumping jacks. He had hacked the hot yoga thermal, and he put it on his phone so he could change the temperature whenever he wanted. So he would do that, and then he would bring like a golf ball and roll it when people were trying to do their hot yoga.
Oh, so he was fucking with people.
Yeah, the whole time. He's like, he did a little yoga. He put a peppermint in Theo's mouth.
Oh.
And
So?
who's mouth?
Theo's.
Theo Vaughn, podcaster,
Oh.
comedian,
Mm-hmm.
college football guy.
Yeah, it didn't sound like you said Theo. That's why I was confused.
No,
Okay.
it's good,
I
consensual.
do enjoy a hot yoga sesh.
Yeah,
I've done hot
I just
yoga
think
a
it's
long time.
interesting that Lane has
Yeah.
his own way of doing things.
Yeah.
But curtain call to college football
Oh, here we go.
and raising kids from the womb the right way. If
Oh,
you're
the band,
if you're
yeah.
a Georgia Bulldog, we don't sing Rocky Top in this house, no matter what you got to do. And this is a portly little boy that is not having it.
My man understood the assignment.
Nope.
No, I'll get my ass.
Not
kicked.
gonna do it.
I'm being whipped.
Nope. Nope.
And it's Georgia Polo.
Arms crossed. That's the best part. No. Yeah, here this bullshit.
Actively resisting.
Handshakes, too. He's literally
Look, now he's getting disgusted.
He is
Like,
disgusted.
God, it's disgusting.
I hate this song.
He's not even smiling anymore.
The more it played, the madder he got.
He's over. I
He'll
love
be
that.
a Bulldog for life.
Love that. Love that. Jared, you got a curtain call?
You actually brought it up earlier, and I've been literally going back and forth trying to find it because I feel like I sent it to y'all, and I can't find it for anything. But I really wanted to talk about Bryce Brown's record and his resume there. So can you bring that up again? Because I think I don't know how many people outside of New Orleans, even in the state of Louisiana, understand how dominant Edna Carr has been,
There you
understand what he has been able
Got
to
it?
do that.
I'm
In my
sent
high
to you.
school, I actually beat him in for a state championship in Paris. Sorry about it. Anyway, but looking at that is the numbers of it is, if you could bring it up, because over me you didn't see that.
14-0 production is
What he's
supposed to be
done
good
in
one.
his term as a head coach
yeah,
at
yeah.
Edna Carr is crazy.
Yeah, he's 128-17 since taking over in 2015. He has 8 state championship game appearances, winning 6 titles. They have gone undefeated 5 years, and they've dominated district play, going 48-2. 2015, 9-5. That was his first year, runner-up. 2016, 15-0. 2017, 13-1.
State champion.
State champions. They went 1, 2, 3,
18.
4, 5 times in a row. State champions. And then that 5 year
Is that good?
in that 5 year stretch, they only lost 1 game. That was in
that good?
2017, 13-1.
It's good.
And then 2020 COVID, they lost a few games, went state runner-up. And then 2024, 13-0 state champions. 2025, 14-0 state champions.
Currently on a 27 game
And I
win
think
streak.
a lot of people would tell you too, with all of that success, this past team he had may have been the most talented and the best of them all, which is crazy to think about, especially with all the guys that have come out of that school.
Crazy. Wild. Great curtain call.
Yep.
Great curtain call. My curtain call is to kind of stay in the same realm there. Is to Lane. And seeing how he is, Lane Kiffin, I'm talking about. Seeing how he is adapting and involving the community and the high school coaches like Bryce Brown, right? He's being very seems like he's being very intentional. I think he's genuine, very intentional about acknowledging the successes of these high school coaches. And that's only going to bode well for him and LSU in the future with the relationships that they build and giving Bryce Brown the credit that he deserves as being as successful as he's been. Because, listen, I don't care. That's hard to do. I don't care how much talent you have. You've got to be able to corral the talent, and you've got to be able to get them to play together. He's done that. So that's pretty awesome. Do we know his background?
Elaine?
Bryce Brown.
No.
He went to school there. I do know that.
Did he,
ever leave?
Play, football in college or anything?
I don't think he played college ball, but I'm almost positive he went to school there. So, he knows the in and outs of that school, that area, that everything about it.
It's pretty cool.
And here's one more, I guess we call it mistake of the day. This is a real one. This is a funny one. As occasionally the hot mic will catch you. And this is the Philadelphia Flyers. Have you heard this?
Yep.
Yeah,
fantastic. See, I don't think he's going to get in trouble. Because
he did already. Not big trouble, but he did already.
Yeah.
He's got suspended.
I think, as long as he keeps it shut.
Why don't you think he's going to get in trouble?
He's talking to a guy.
Oh.
If it was, yeah. I think it's just a little bit of a razz sesh. The boys being boys,
Correct.
thinking they're off air.
Correct.
Who hasn't made a joke?
Get a sense of urgency when they're playing from behind. Now they're going to take the TV timeout. We'll take it as well. 7 gone in the third. It's 3-2 Buffalo on the Philadelphia Flyers Broadcast Network.
Great song.
Pump it up, it up, it up, it up. While you're down there, would you mind blowing me? I think we're still on the air, Tim.
Is that him laughing?
Yeah.
No, we're not, are we?
No, we're not, are we?
Oh, man. That's tough. That's tough.
That's just
I saw the transcript of this thing. It's my first time hearing it. That's crazy.
And that actually it makes it sound way better than what you envisioned it being.
Yeah, you could. The tone in which it's delivered is clearly a joke.
Yeah.
While you're down there, would you mind blowing me?
That's fun.
Tim, we're still on. No, we're not.
Are
we?
Shit. Well, my bad. All right.
Well, I'll be getting a call.
I'll be in timeout for a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll be back. All right. That's all we got on this beautiful Friday. Enjoy your weekend. What?
Dudes just don't grow up.
No.
It's
never. Never. That was great.
Yeah.
That was funny. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Enjoy college football this weekend. We'll be back live in studio on Monday from 6 to 8-ish, talking ball. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you can't watch us, but you like listening to us or anywhere you get your pods. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. See y'all next week. Peace. Hey. Hey.